Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh and I make videos about how to make your money go the furthest. So if you're interested in those types of videos and you would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel by smashing that subscribe button below. So in this video, I'm going to be going over everything that you need to know about the stimulus checks. So that's going to pertain to how much you can expect to receive, the method in which you'll be receiving these in, when you can expect to receive them, and who may or may not be eligible for these checks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing that most people are probably wondering is how much will I receive from this stimulus check? And that's going to go off the most recent tax year that you filed. So if you've already filed your taxes for the year of 2019, then it'll go off your adjusted gross income of that tax year. If you haven't yet filed for this year, that's fine. It'll go off the 2018 tax year. If you haven't filed either for 2019 or for 2018, then you should probably go ahead and quickly file in order to be eligible for this check. Okay, so we're going to quickly dive into the numbers here, and we're going to start out with people who filed as being single in their most recent tax year. So if you did file as single in your most recent tax year and you made less than $75,000 per year, then you'll be receiving $1,200. If you made more than $99,000 per year, then you'll be receiving nothing. And if your income fell between $75,000 and $99,000, then your checks will be reduced by $5 for every additional $100 in income. So that basically means that if you made $75,100, that's $100 more than $75,000. So your check will be reduced by $5. So instead of receiving $1,200, you'll be receiving $1,195. All right, so we're going to move along to people who filed married filing jointly. And you'll be receiving $2,400 if you made less than $150,000 per year. If you made more than $198,000 per year, you'll be receiving nothing. And if your income fell between $150,000 and $198,000, your checks will be reduced by $5 for every additional $100 in income. And last but not least, those who filed as head of household, you'll be earning $1,200 if you made less than $112,500 per year. If you made more than $136,500 per year, you'll be receiving nothing. And if your income fell between $112,500 and $136,500 per year, the checks will be reduced by $5 for every additional $100 in income. And last but not least, the people who filed as married or head of household will receive $500 per child under the age of 17 at the end of the tax year, unless they made over the certain threshold provided in the guidelines that I just listed before. That means if your child is above the age of 16, even though they live with you, sleep in your own home, eat all of your food, and drive you crazy 24/7, you won't receive a check just because they won't be under the age of 17 at the end of this tax year. So now you might be thinking, great, well that's fine. Well, at least they may be eligible to receive a $500 check just by themselves. Well, not exactly, just because you're most likely already claiming them as a dependent on your taxes, and dependents are not eligible to receive a $500 check. All right, so another common question that's out there right now is, are people that are retired or on some type of federal benefit such as SSI eligible to receive the check? And yes, they are definitely eligible to receive the check as well, as long as they're not being claimed as a dependent on someone else's taxes. Additionally, if you're a senior and your only source of income is from Social Security at the moment, you would also still be eligible to receive these stimulus checks. All right, so another question that I hear quite frequently: are college students eligible to receive a stimulus check? Well, most college students are under the age of 24, and since they are under the age of 24, their parents can still claim them as a dependent on their taxes. And if the college student is being claimed as a dependent on their parents' taxes, they would not be eligible because of that. And finally, two more very important questions. The first being, do I need to apply for these checks? And no, you don't have to apply at all. The IRS will automatically be sending them out if you filed a tax return for the year of either 2018 or 2019. If you haven't filed for either tax year yet, then you should probably go ahead and quickly file for your 2019 tax year, even if you made little to no income. The IRS will definitely not be calling you. They won't be sending you any emails. So if you do receive an email saying that you need to fill out this form with your name, your social security number, and everything like that, definitely don't fall into that trap. And the other very frequently asked question is, how will the checks be sent? and most people will be receiving direct deposits right into their bank account. You have to remember that most people do receive tax refunds every single year, so the government already has the information. And if that's not the way that you currently receive your tax refund, anyways, let's face it, the government already has a lot of your information, a lot more information about you than you currently know. If not, if for whatever reason they don't currently have your bank account, or maybe you don't even have a bank account open, then they will be sending you a check in the mail. Now, these checks should be sent out sometime around April 6th, although it could be 2 to 3 weeks longer than that. And if you end up not ever receiving any type of check, then what you could do is either try calling the IRS. Just keep in mind there's going to be super long wait times for that, so you're probably not going to have too much luck on the phone with them. Or unfortunately, if you don't have too much luck over the phone on your 2021 tax returns, you can always make a claim on what you think you should have been owed. Additionally, if you were given less than what you should have been given, you can also make a claim on your 2021 year tax returns on how much you should have been given versus how much you were actually given. And finally, you might be wondering if these checks are going to be taxed as income, and thankfully, no, they won't. They'll be treated as sort of like a rebate, like any other type of earned income credit, such as the child tax credit, so you won't be paying any type of taxes on these checks. And finally, you might be wondering if there will be another round of checks sent out. Initially, there were rumors of there being a first round being sent out around April 16th, another round being sent out around May 18th. And there's nothing set in stone yet, but it is definitely a possibility. It has been something that has been talked about, but nothing yet has been set definitely in stone. So it'll just be something that we have to keep our eyes and ears open for. Well, that about wraps up this video. If you did find this one helpful, then please consider liking this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'll see you guys. I hope you have a great day today.